Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Thursday Night Training with Dana Carpio. Guys, it's a pleasure to be here again this week. It has been an absolute crazy and incredible week this week. I hope you have had the same exact thing, that it's been an amazing week for you. And tonight, I'm going to be watching the internet very carefully. I do deeply apologize for last week. What happened was I lost the connection 7 minutes into the training, and I tried to reconnect. I tried to reboot my computer. That didn't work. I tried to reboot the what do you call it? The box. And that didn't work. And so I was kind of stuck. I didn't know what to do or how I was very, very heartbroken. I want you to know that what happened last week was not something that I can control, but yeah, I felt like I really let everybody down because of the fact that it was something that I couldn't control, and there was nothing I could do. And I had this thing planned, and I told you guys I would be there, and I wasn't, and it was very difficult to deal with. And actually, after last week, it really got me thinking, well, maybe I should just quit. Maybe I should just take everything down, just stop what I'm doing, try not to teach anybody, try not to do anything, right? And so I'm grateful that I didn't do that, because the following day I got fantastic news. And so I'm really excited that I didn't, and I'm still here giving you value to help you build your business online. And that's the whole point. So again, my apologies for last week, but here's the good news. The good news is on Saturday, we had Comcast come out and they checked the lines from the pole to the house and from the house inside to the box. So they double checked, made sure, and they had to replace some things. So the signal that we were actually getting was extremely weak. So it couldn't hold a broadcast. And now that they've replaced all that, they tested everything works. It's rock solid. We are good to go. So I am so happy to be here tonight live again. This is so much fun for me. You guys just don't understand. When you find something that you're passionate about doing, it's fun doing it. And that's the thing. That's the way your business needs to be. Whatever you decide to do in business, it needs to, align with your passions. It needs to align with you and what you do. You don't just pick an opportunity. You don't jump on the first opportunity that your best friend offers you. If it's not something that you're really into or something that you're passionate about, it's very difficult to push forward and to push through times like I had last week. That's why a lot of people quit in network marketing, because they don't push through. They hit a brick wall and it's like, you know what? Oh, forget this. And that's quitting. Now, if I quit right now, I mean, it would be seriously, I would kick myself in the pants. In about 3 days, I would kick myself in the pants, because I know that it's just a bump in the road. And you know what they say, when the struggle gets real and it gets real hard, and it gets real difficult for you, greatness is right around the corner. So I'm telling you from a personal perspective, from personal experience, that it's better for you to push through certain circumstances than just to let them knock you over and be done. So guys, with that being said and everything, I am done with this pre-stuff. I want to really get into the training with you tonight, because there's a lot of information we need to cover. And guys, I want you to know something. Here's the deal. I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything about online marketing, no matter how much they try to tell you or convince you that they do. They don't. There's just way too much to know. So tonight's training about list building has been created by things that I know. And this is really just a jumping point for you to get started creating your list, because your list is one of the most important assets that you will have for the entire time that you're conducting business. That right there is your audience. That's who you need to talk to. That's who you need to nurture, who you need to teach. Okay, so if you don't work on building that list and building the rapport with that list, you're not really going to get anywhere. So your list is extremely important to you in your business. And these are some things that I've done or I've seen done or I've studied about. So I know that these things are working. And I don't just study from anybody. If I'm going to study from somebody, I'm studying from a 6 and 7 figure earner. And the reason why is because they have already done what I know I need to do. They have already gotten the results that I know I want. So why not follow them and do the exact same thing that they're doing? That's logical, right? You would think it would be logical. So since that is the case, I want you guys to make sure that you really pay close attention to some of the details that are going to be in the training tonight. Make sure you hold on to your questions till we get a little bit closer to the end. I will go ahead and turn on the question box for you. There we go. So if you have a question, I want you to go ahead and put it in the question box if you have a question now, if you don't want to forget it. But if you want to wait till a little bit later, that's fine too. That's fine too. So, but your list is one of the most important things that you'll have. That is a huge asset. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a list of 75,000 people to make money. You could have a list of 5 and make money. It's not based on how many are on the list. It's what you do with those that are on the list. That's the biggest impact. So what we're going to go through tonight is some things that you can do online to build your list. What you're trying to do is you're trying to collect people, because eventually those people are going to filter themselves out. Some will stay on your list. Some will, you'll send an email asking for them to buy something. They'll be like, oh, you asked me to buy something. I'm gone. But that's just them. You don't have control over that. And those are the ones that you're not looking for anyway. You're looking for those who are looking for you. So tonight we're going to go over these list building secrets. There's some cool stuff in here. I'm so excited to share it with you. So let's get started. Oh, by the way, guys, I am working on some super secret stuff, and I am super duper excited. I have an ebook that I'm getting ready to release. And I also have an event coming up that I could not be more excited. I really could not be more excited. I see, Deborah, you said you only see a blank screen. I don't understand why. Here we go. Let me enable the chat because I had disabled the chat. So let me enable the chat for you. And let me go in here and share my screen. And Deborah, if you will, please let me know. Deborah, if you will, please let me know if you see the slides when I put them up. Hang on just a second. I'm going to put them up there. Okay. Now, I put the slides up there. So, okay, it's just taken a minute, I think, for it to go through. Because it's showing that I'm actually showing my slides, that I'm not showing the that I'm not actually showing the screen. So, let's see here. No. Tell me in the chat box, guys. Well, now it's showing me my screen. Guys, can you tell me in the chat box if you can see my screen? Tell me what you see. Do you see a presentation? Do you see a black box? What do you see? What do you see? I thought I had enabled chat. There we go. It's enabled now. So if you tell me what you see in the box. If anybody sees me, do you see me? Do you hear me? Are we pausing out? See, I'm not sure. It's hard for me to tell what you guys are seeing. It's kind of a little bit harder. So I'm going to click share screen. And I'm going to share my slides. And I am actually going to go into Google Plus and take a look here because I do believe that I can see what I am doing on Google Plus. So that'll give me an idea of what you guys are seeing. I hope. I hope. But guys, like I was talking about, your list, that is like, it's money. Your list is money. You know, your list is not something that you want to get rid of. It's not something that it's something that you want to grow. It's something that you want to grow and use. So I'm seeing on my telephone, that I actually see the slides. So I'm going to proceed based on that information. So if you should see slides. Okay, so let's just get started here. All right, so I had to go back and double check and see what I could see and see what was going on. All right. Training. I am your host, Dana Carpio, and I am so excited to welcome you here this evening. Guys, tonight we're going to be going over some list building secrets. Now, like I was talking about earlier, this is going to cover anything from a very small secret to something that you may have not even heard of before. So I'm hoping through this training that you're going to get some ideas on ways to attract others to you and actually start getting additional leads in your list. Okay, so here is where we are going tonight. The first thing I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me and my story, and then we're gonna go over list building stuff really works, how to effectively grow your list. There's more intelligently and more effectively than others. How to create loyal, because we all know loyal customers are the best because they just pay you over and over and over again. How to turn those on your list? I mean, if you should be making money. If you're not making money, there's something really wrong. If you have 5 people on your list, you may not be making money now, but a little bit down the road, you should be making money. It doesn't matter how many are on your list. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. It doesn't matter how many are on your list. It's what you give that list that's going to make them respond in a way to buy from you that matters. Okay? And we'll go over some stuff here. Then I'm going to tell you what's going on for next week, and then we're going to do some more live online training, and then we'll have a quick Q&A. Okay? So here's a little bit about me, and I promise, guys, I'm going to go through this fast because we're already 15 minutes in. There's my husband on the right in the white shirt. There's Reese with his mouth open, Javari next to him, and then there's Gio and Christopher. And this year is the first year of Javari's of school for him. He's in kindergarten. It's so exciting. I've already seen a drastic change in him, and we're not even a full week in yet. So I'm really, really excited with him. And then Gio Jr., which is there in the middle, I said he just graduated last year, this past year. So I had one out and one in. And Chris is going to graduate this year. So, and then Reese will be 2 years behind. But we are a family of 6. We are a blended family of 6. Gio and Christopher are actually my stepsons, and the 2 little ones, I actually had them in my belly. But I love the older ones just like they were my own children, and it's really cool to have watched them grown up and do different things and pursue different things. So let's see here. Whoa, okay. The click is delayed. All right. Well, we live in Hermitage, Tennessee. The two older boys, they actually live in North Carolina with their mom. So the four of us are here in Hermitage, Tennessee. We're just outside of Nashville. And we live in the city of the home of President Andrew Jackson. So if you ever come to Nashville to visit, come on out to Hermitage. The house out here for Andrew Jackson is actually a really nice area, and they have picnic areas and stuff around. It's really cool. Now, in April of 2014, I started with my primary company. I chose the company first before I ever got involved in internet marketing, and that's because the company came first. You know, they say, is it the chicken or the egg? Well, in this case, I guess it was the chicken, because the egg produces something. I don't know which one it would be, but I started with my primary in April 2014, and I did exactly what my upline was telling me to do. I was posting on social media. I was trying to reach out to my friends and family, just like everybody else is told to do. Why? Because that's your warm market. Okay, that's supposed to be an easy sale to ease you into actually creating an income. Okay, and that's the crowd of people who require the least amount of skill for you to get a sale, because they know you, they like you, they trust you, they trust that you're not going to get into something that you shouldn't. They may think you're crazy because you did, but they're also going to try to support you because they love you. Now, in July of 2014, I decided to go online only. Our car broke down in April, shortly after I joined my primary company, and I couldn't get to any meetings, and I was very frustrated. And I had meetings here at the house, and I had a meeting down in Franklin, which is where my mom lives, and nobody showed up to the meetings. Completely embarrassed. You know, I questioned several times, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this how it's going to be? Am I going to struggle like this? You know what? I did struggle for a while. And then I just decided, I'm just going to do online only. I don't have a car. I can't go to the meetings. I can't get out to meet other people. So I just started online. Now, at first I started posting just my products all the time. You know, that was one thing. The products and the opportunity, they were saying, you know, post the products twice a day and the opportunity at least once a day. And I was like, okay, well, I started doing that, and I lost a lot of friends when I did that. And I said, there's got to be another way to do this. So I started seeking out and researching answers to help me market better when I'm marketing online. So, and I was right at that point, I was at a financial state where I had to do everything that I had to do for free. I didn't have the money to invest. I didn't buy the next shiny object because I couldn't afford it. Completely, absolutely broke. So after getting this free online marketing education, I mean, if they were a guru, I was on their email list. If I knew that I needed to be on there, I was on their email list, and I would read the emails. I'm talking about like tons of emails every day, videos. I would get on webinars just trying to figure this out. And it was all validated by some of the industry professionals. Now, as I was building, I knew that there were platforms and systems and programs. Basically, there were tools that I needed to have. And I tried to get these tools to work, and I really struggled with the technology. It was very time consuming trying to get this to link with that, to do the coding for this. And I kind of got to the point where I was, you know, it was a breaking point. I was either going to push through it or I was going to pass. Just pass on the whole thing. By the time I hit that breaking point, I was well in. I was like 2 years in. I had tons of education. I really didn't want to pass. So I joined the MLSP community. For those of you who know what MLSP is, it's awesome, isn't it? But for those of you who don't know, MLSP is called My Lead System Pro. And they've been around since 2008. And it is a community of entrepreneurs who provide you support. They give you guidance. And they give you validation that what you're doing is okay. That, you know, even if your family thinks you're nuts, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, they give you that validation, and they give you belief. That's one thing that I got more than anything when I joined MLSP was belief. And it wasn't just belief in my product. It wasn't belief in my opportunity. It was belief in myself. And that sense has changed. And nothing since I joined MLSP, nothing has been the same since. I'm not the same person I was 5 months ago. I'm not the same person I was 2 months ago, because I'm constantly working on myself and giving myself value to be able to share with others. And MLSP actually helps you do that. Enough about that. Let's go on. All right, so here's the basics on how it works. There are 4 keys that you need to market online, or 4 C's, I guess you could say. Okay. First thing you want to do is you want to collect. So you want to catch your prospects' attention. You're trying to collect eyeballs. You want people to see your stuff, right? Your videos, your blog posts, your podcasts, your social media, any of them, any of your social media, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter or Google Plus, Instagram, doesn't matter. You want to get people's eyes on your stuff. That's the whole point. Okay? Because if they don't see your stuff, they don't know what you're going to do. They don't know what you're doing. So you got to get your stuff in front of your audience. So you want to collect eyeballs and have people look at your stuff. So you want to be able to capture their attention. So you need to make it attractive to them, especially if it's going to be a video or a, let's say, an inspirational quote. You want to make it look attractive to somebody. So they look at it and they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Then they start recognizing more and more of your stuff. The second thing you want to do is you want to capture. You want to capture prospects' information. So basically, you need a capture page or an opt-in. Now, you can do just name and email if you want to, but this is what I do. I do name and email as mandatory, phone number as optional. If you force somebody to give you a phone number, a lot of times they're going to give you a fake one. But if you have it there as an option and they put their phone number in there, that is permission. And that permission is enough to call them after they opt in and say, hey, let's say you have an ebook as your opt-in offer. You say, hey, thank you for grabbing my ebook. I just wanted to reach out and connect with you and find out, other than what's in the ebook, is there anything else that you're struggling with? Because I might have some additional training that I can send to you. You automatically connect with that person. They give you the phone number. That means, hey, you can give me a call. They're giving you permission to give you a call. But again, if you require the phone number, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be like, oh, I'm not putting in my real phone number. I'll put in a fakie. And then you're going to be dialing deadbeat leads all day. So make the phone number optional. But you want to catch their information so you can follow up with them. The third thing is communicate. You want to catch your prospect's heart. Okay? And the best way to do this is by using email, phone, and text. When you communicate with them, you are trying to really get down and dirty and find out what's in their heart. What are they trying to accomplish? How can you help them do what they need to do? What kind of product or service or training or phone call can you give them? Or can you set up a telephone call with them that would help you capture their heart? And what I mean by that is because when you're talking to somebody about specific, like their dreams and things like that they want to come true by working this business, that's part of capturing their heart. You find out what their goals are. You find out what their not just what their goals are, but what their dreams are. You want to be able to talk and communicate with your prospects. If you don't communicate with them, you lose them. They're gone. There's no way you can capture their heart at that point. Now, I'm not saying, you have to be like, make them fall in love with you and all that stuff. No, I'm not talking about going to that extreme. But basically, you want them to be like, okay, this person really cares about me. They care about what I'm doing. They care about my results when I do it. They just care about me in general. And when someone knows that you for real care about them and you really do care about their results, regardless of what happens for you financially, then you have a customer for life. Then you have someone who's going to stay on your list for life. Number 4, you want to close. You want to catch your prospects' cash. That's right. You're going to catch your prospects' cash. At this part, you want to close. So you want to convert the leads and the communication into a product or opportunity purchase. So basically, people are seeing their stuff, you're collecting eyeballs on all your stuff, and you're capturing the attention, right? And then you have an opt-in page with a cool ebook, and they opt into that. And you give them a phone call, which is part of the communication, saying, hey, thank you for downloading my ebook. I greatly appreciate it. How are you doing today, by the way? What are you struggling with? How can I help you? And then once you do that, you find out what they need, and you just give them the answer. You close them. If it's something that they are needing anyway, then it's very easy to close them. Very easy to close them. And part of doing the first 3, it will help you do the last one. If you do the first 3 correctly, the last one will be a breeze. Because you will have already answered all their questions. You will have already covered all of their objections in the first 3 steps before you even get to the close. And sometimes that's not the case. Of course, they have additional things that they want to discuss or other issues, and that's fine. And you can deal with that, and you can go through the objections. That's not an issue. Okay. So those are the 4 keys, or the 4 C's, to market online. So based on this information that you already know here, what we're really going to be talking about is step number 1, the collect, and the step number 2, the capture. So you want to catch your prospect's attention, and then catch your prospect's information. So in order to do those things, those are the first 2 things that we're going to cover. Okay. So how to effectively grow your list. Now, this is a question that is asked over and over and over again by every entrepreneur that was ever out there. How do I grow my list? How? I don't know how to do this. So you Google it, how to grow your list. And it's actually not as difficult as you might think it would be. Okay, so let's kind of go through some of these things. Let me tell you up front first. There are thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of ideas and directions and ways that you can do this. There really are. You know, you can sneak a link in here. You can put in a little a picture there, and you can actually grow it so many different ways. But we're just going to cover a few of the ways because there's just not enough time to go over thousands of them. Okay, so the first thing you want to do to effectively grow your list is you want to offer value. You want to give them something useful for your target market. Now, I know some of you are probably like, okay, well, yeah, I get that. Valuable content. Good. That's going to grow my list. They're going to see my content, which is the eyes. They're going to see my content, and they're going to turn around. They're going to opt in. Because to them, I've given them valuable content, so that makes them want more. But it's got to be something useful for your market, not just some random ebook that you find that looks cool or whatever. Okay, you need to think of it as a corner store concept, like kind of like a mom and pop shop, right? So this is how you're going to be treating your people, just like a mom and pop shop. So when you walk into a mom and pop shop, what happens? You walk in, they're like, "Oh, hi, Mr. Smith. How are you doing? Oh, I got that rice that you were asking for. It finally came in. Oh yeah, and here's your carton of milk this week." Like, the whole corner store concept is they know you. They know what you want. They already have an idea of what you're looking for. So if you're talking to somebody in your target market, you already know what they're looking for. You already know that from doing research, from being there yourself, from other experiences and stories that you've heard. So you can actually relate to those individuals a little bit easier. So you know what they need. You just give them what they need in your target market. Now, if you don't know who your target market is, if you haven't defined that, you're in a world of hurt. Do that first. Because you can't get anybody to join your list if you're not targeting them correctly. So when it comes to the corner store concept of having people join your list, you should not have any convincing. There should be no convincing needed. You've already cultivated some sort of a feeling inside the prospect from all of the value that you've already given. They don't need to be convinced anymore. They're sold already. You just got to give them the goods. Okay? So another way to do this is to quote unquote hobnob. Basically, you go out and you socialize. In other terms that I've heard other marketers use, you become the social butterfly. You go out, you hobnob, you talk to people, you grow your relationship, you start finding out what other people are up to. You join groups in your niche, which is one reason why it's so important to know who your target market is. You join groups in your niche and you get in front of the people who need you and who are looking for you. It's easy to be a hat salesman, for example, if you go to a place where there's a lot of sun. They need sun. They need something to keep the sun off of their eyes. Genius, a hat. And for $5, who knew? You can make a fortune. I mean, come on. But the thing is, if you are selling hats and you go to, let's say you go to Antarctica and you're selling hats. Let's say Antarctica was populated, okay? There's nobody there who's going to buy a hat. They're too worried about their head getting cold, not keeping the sun off their face. That's kind of not really the target market that you're looking for. So you really want to look and see, for example, like a rancher. They, of course, are going to want a hat to keep the sun out of their eyes. Why? Because they're around outside all the time, all day, in the blazing hot sun, rounding up cattle. You see what I'm going with this? So your target market and your niche market is where you need to be. And then you put a product, an irresistible offer, right in front of their face that is so good that they can't resist it, hence irresistible offer. And then when they do that, you'll have people signing up for your email, for opting into your email list like crazy. But you have to place yourself where those people are and start developing those relationships with them. Here's another thing to do. And I've seen this from several different 6 and 7 figure earners, so it's got to work. I have not tried this myself. I'm going to be honest with you, because I have other methods and other ways that I usually grow my list. But follow people who follow the pros. And when I say pros, I'm talking like Tony Robbins, Eric Worre, even Ray Higdon, Jessica Higdon, Diane Hockman. It doesn't matter who the pros are, but you follow people who are following those people. So that way you find out what they're doing. You know where they want to go because they're obviously following someone of more importance and who has a higher skill set. They're trying to learn from that person. So if you come from the underneath side and say, hey, you start following and seeing what they're doing, you start commenting on their stuff, you start building that relationship with them. Is Eric Worre going to do that to him? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, honestly, think about it. He has tens of thousands of people who are clamoring for his attention. They want that one-on-one instruction, and he doesn't do that kind of thing. So instead of clamoring and trying to capture the pros' attention, follow the people who are following the pros. If you have more information and more knowledge than they do, then start connecting with them. Start talking to them on their posts, like and comment their posts and things that they're doing. Get on their radar. That's one thing that you want to get on their radar. And when you see an opportunity, take it. So be like, well, I see that you have your own business. I have a great ebook that talks about 6 ways to make your social media profile shine. Why don't you hop on, here's a link to do it. Or, hey, I write a newsletter. I send out a message like 3 times a week about new marketing techniques, I'll shoot you the link. So basically, you're not taking them from the pro. You're just giving them an opportunity to have a one-on-one connection with somebody that they can actually talk to, someone that they can actually reach, someone that's actually going to take the time out of their schedule to try to teach you. So that's one reason why you want to follow those people. Start building the relationship with them, and they will get on your list. All you have to do is just give them the link or send them to your website if that's where your opt-in page is. Now, you also want to place a link to your capture page on your inspiration or quote posts. When you do this, just by sheer curiosity, people are going to click on that link. Believe it or not, they'll click on that link. I've seen it done multiple times. I've even done it myself. And I've seen people click on that link just because they're curious. They're like, okay, I'm interested. And then it takes them to something that is relatable to the inspiration or the quote. So let's say, for example, you have, you just got 500 different clients all at one time. Wouldn't that be a marketer's dream to get 500 clients at one time? Awesome. That would rock so hard. But see, here's the thing. If you get 500 clients all at the same time, that's super cool. It's going to be, kind of hard to go through. But let's say you got those 500. How did you get them? Did you put a link on the inspiration and the quote? Maybe one of your inspiration posts or one of your quote posts actually goes viral. Can you imagine that? If it goes viral, do you know how many people would actually have your link right there in front of their face? Curiosity has it, they click on the link and it goes straight to something that matches what the inspiration or quote was talking about. This is a simple, non-invasive way to get your link out. So if you have a funnel, here we are. If you have a funnel, this would be a key place to put it. Especially if your funnel relates to the actual post. You don't want to put some kind of random link up there because people are they're gonna click on it and they're gonna be like, what is this? Completely different, right? Okay. So here's another thing that you can do to grow your list. You can create an event and invite your friends. Now, I know people are like, oh gosh, I don't want to invite people over to my house. That means I have to cook. That means I have to clean, make it look presentable. No. I'm not talking about in your home. I'm talking about online. So you see all of the time, you see these groups that they have like sales groups, for example, or a product launch of some sort. And then you have these online parties. Well, let me ask you, with those online parties, are you capturing people's email address? Ooh, that's a good question. The people that attend the party, are you capturing their email address? If you're not, you're losing out on sales, plain and simple. If you're not, I suggest you start doing it starting today. Here's the reason why. If you have an event and you invite your friends and you have them go in and put their email address in and say, okay, this is the email. You have to do this before you can join. Some won't do it, and that's fine. They're not going to join. Big deal. Move along. But then you'll have those who do. And when they do, that gives you the perfect opportunity to market to them. You don't want to miss out on that. If you create an event, let's say you have a skincare extravaganza one weekend and you're doing an online party, you want to make sure that you capture all the email addresses for those who are going to attend that. So maybe if it's not the day after, maybe it's 2 days after. When it hits that 2 day after mark and you send them an email, you can refresh them of what you talked about. You can offer additional discounts, provide more information, give them more value. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're setting ourselves up to close the sale. We're communicating with those who are interested in the products or services that we're offering. So if you are not collecting your email addresses at an event, you're losing a whole lot of money. And I don't mean just invite your friends. Invite your friends, your families, your prospects, or whoever you would like to. Invite them to that event. I mean, you could even, for example, do paid advertising. And say, hey guys, I'm having this event. Click here to register. And what do? The only thing that they're registering for is getting on your email list. That is, unless it's a webinar such as this. In that case, then yeah, they're actually going to be getting links and things of that sort. But it's a super easy way to communicate with your audience. Okay. Now, and this, like I was talking about, the event, it could be a free training video. Let's say you just cut a video and you set it up as an event in Facebook. Let's say, for example, I'm working on Google Plus more right now than anything because I seem to be getting more results on Google Plus than I did on Facebook. So I'm like falling in love with Google Plus right now. And I'm actually creating a community in Google Plus for those who want to learn more of the marketing how-to online. It's not 100% set up yet, but by next week I will have it set up for sure. And I will invite you if I know you, if I see you. If you want an invitation, just shout out and let me know. But you can actually set up in Facebook an event, and you can invite all of your friends. And in the event, you tell what it's about, and then you give a link to a free training video. Hello. Simple, easy thing to do to grow your list. You create a killer, valuable, powerful video. You invite all your friends to take a look at it. When they do that, you have an opt-in. They put in their email address. Boom. There you go. You just grew your list. You just grew your list. So between talking to people, giving the mom and pop shop treatment, creating an event, putting your link out there on your inspiration and talking to other people who are following the pros, you have secret ways that not everybody else knows that you can actually get more people on your list. Some of them are sneaky. Now, here's some terminology that I came across and I absolutely loved it. I have a great newsletter that I think would really help you out. Would you like me to put you on it? It's a yes or no. If you see that they're struggling with something, it's a yes or no. You say, well, I've got a newsletter that'll give you tips and tricks about blah, 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 blah. I really think it's going to help you. Would you like me to put you on it? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, yes, here's my email address. Just by asking that super simple question. That's not that difficult of a question. It's easy. Would you like me to put you on it? Sure. Why not? Who doesn't want free, valuable information? And then they get to see like what you're doing. You develop the relationship with them, and you're doing the communication thing, and then boom, you're at the close section. You're at the close section. Close, CLOSE, not clothes, like the stuff you wear. Sorry, for some reason, like I need to clarify that because it sounded like the same thing. So, all right, so let's move right on to how to create loyal subscribers. Loyalty comes in several different forms and fashions. And when you're talking about loyalty, you want people who are going to stay subscribed to your email list, who are loving your content and can't wait until the next email comes out. That's how you want your subscribers to be. 100% loyal. So how do you do it? Well, you treat them special and connect with them on a deep level. So if you have been an entrepreneur for any length of time, or even if it's just been a short time, there are certain skills that you have to have in order to communicate effectively with other people. Well, copywriting is one of them. You want to make sure that you connect with your subscribers on a deep level, like what is really burning in them? What are they really struggling with? It's, it may not be the money. Maybe it's the time and they just don't have the time. And if you get to a personal one-on-one level with them, then they feel more comfortable with you. If you treat them special by giving them, say, hey, I'm doing this just for the people that are on my list. And when you say that, don't be like, oh, I'm just saying this just for the people on my list. No, if you say it, you got to mean it. You can't let anybody else have it. So treat them special. Give them first dibs on, a new product launch that you're doing. Give them extra bonuses that you don't give anybody else, that you don't put out there on social media. You want to make sure that you create that loyalty by giving extreme customer service. And I mean extreme, I mean like really find out who your customers are. Find out who your prospects are. Treat them special. They're your family. And they'll pay you big. Now, you can also, with the opt-in, you create a personal newsletter. Now, this is not selling. This is not a selling newsletter at all. You want a personal newsletter where you are sharing part of you, part of your life with them. That makes them feel closer to you. If you don't want to share part of your life or part of your thoughts or what's going on or anything like that, then you are in the wrong business. Because, see, this is a business that's built on people. If you don't have people, you don't have a business. If you're not personal on some level, then people are going to be like, you're just cold-hearted, and I really don't want to work with somebody like that. Unless they're the same way. You know what I mean? So you want to get down and dirty with them. I mean, you don't have to get super detailed, but you can get a little personal with them. Tell them a little bit about your hopes and a little bit about your dreams. Tell them how you see that what you're doing is helping them achieve what they're achieve their goals. But you don't want to sell. Email is not for selling only. It's not. And a lot of people say, okay, I got all these people on my list now. I'm just going to keep sending them promos. Oh, this new month we got this, this, and this. And they get emails all the time of promotional items that they don't care to see. That's not what they're there for. That's not why they subscribe. They subscribe for the value. Okay? Make your messages personal. Now, I did one, and I made it personal because I told you guys that I nearly quit, and I did. I nearly quit. I knew last Thursday that as soon as I got the internet back, that I was going to go on. I was going to send a letter of apology to everybody, and I was going to shut down all my stuff. I was done. I was frustrated. I was angry. I was hurt. I was brokenhearted. And why? Because I couldn't give you what I said I was going to give you. I didn't serve you the way I should have served you, the way I could have served you. And it broke my heart. I almost quit. And so I wrote a personal message and I sent it out to my list. Because guys, I'm serious. I was in tears. I was literally in tears. It really bothered me a lot that I couldn't do for you the way I wanted to do for you. I couldn't train you the way I needed to. And I was very personal in that letter. And I know I connected with a lot of people through there. I've gotten a couple of responses back on that. But if you make your message personal, then people are going to be like, oh, well, she's a real person. She's not just somebody sitting behind a computer somewhere. That's right. I am a person. So you got to show people. You got to show that you're human. Okay? You want to give them information that will solve their problems, not the information you think they might need. So you say, okay, that's great, Dana, but what is information that will solve their problems? How am I supposed to know what to give them? Ask them. Send out a quick email and say, guys, I'm sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out what I'm going to do for training in 2 days. And I really don't know. Give me some feedback. What do you want to know? Sometimes they'll answer, sometimes they won't. But if you give them information in each email or give them something that's going to help them in each email, whether it's a value product or something that they purchase, or it doesn't matter. If it solves their problems, that's what you want to include. That turns someone loyal quickly. Why? Because you are the one who gave them a solution. You didn't throw money at the problem. You didn't say, well, that's not my problem. You gave them a solution. When you do that, that makes people go, no, you're cool. I like that. That's good stuff. I said that several times as I've gone through my journey. It's super cool. Pardon me. Okay. Here's another way. Be a major resource. Okay. When I'm talking about a major resource, I mean a major resource. If someone wants to know how to generate leads online, you have a video for that. If someone wants to know how to set up a LinkedIn account, you have a video or know where to get one for that. If someone wants to find out more about SEO, you have someone in your network that you can connect them with who knows more than you do. Because remember, like I said, you don't know everything and not everybody knows everything, right? Since that is the case, you don't have to know everything. All you have to know is where to find the resource or the person to get the answer. That's all you have to know. Be a major resource. Make a list of all of the people that you know and what their specialties are. That's a simple way to do it. And then when someone says, hey, I need some help with like SEO, and I'm like, the man you want to talk to is Rob Four, king of SEO, awesome man, very intelligent. You'll learn a whole bunch. Well, I kind of was thinking about doing some video, like a YouTube channel. Great. Mark Carbett is the guy that you want to see because he's been doing it forever. He's the king of video marketing, and you'll get tons and tons of education and value and things that will help you grow your business. I kind of want to learn, I want to learn how Instagram works. April Marie Tucker is your woman. She is like the queen of Instagram, and she will have pretty much any answer that you want. So even if you don't know how to answer the specific questions, you can actually be a resource to someone else and share with them other people in your network. That's what it's network marketing, right? So let's network a little bit more. If you don't know the answer, be willing to go and find it. If you can't find it, find someone who has it. Your job to create loyalty with those prospects and with those people is to solve their problems. Give them what they want. Give them what they want, and it will be very difficult for them to let you go. Another way that you can be a major resource is if you recommend quality products and services. People are going to love you for the quality. But that's the key word, quality. You don't want to recommend a shoddy product. You don't want to tell them, oh, this is the best service in the world, and it turns out it was like really bad just because you get a commission. Be honest. Be honest and recommend quality things that your audience are going to be happy to receive. Give them results to their problems, and they will be loyal. That's all it takes. Give them results, help solve their problem, and you're the one who solved my problem. I'm like, why would I go to anybody else? Oh, you don't know that? Oh, but you know somebody who knows that. Okay, I'll check that stuff out. But okay, I had this other problem. Can you help me here? When you provide results, solve their problems, people will be loyal. Okay? So in this instance, on creating loyal subscribers, it's all about the customer. It's all about how you help them. And in turn, they are loyal to you. Creating loyal subscribers is easy. You just got to give them what they want. Now, make sales from those on your list. People ask this question all the time. Sorry, guys, I had to take a drink there. Mouth got kind of dry. People ask these questions all the time. How to make sales from those on your list? And some people are like, oh, it's just easy. You just, send out promos all the time, or you offer this kind of program or that kind of program every day, and that's how you make sales. Actually, that's how you get people to unsubscribe from your list. That's not how you make sales. So how do you make sales from your list? You want to create the relationship with your list first. The very first email that they receive is hey, welcome to my list, and I'm glad you're here. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. Here's a couple of links to some cool stuff I want you to take a look at. Boom. That'll help you. Boom. So you start giving them value straight out. Then as you go, the longer you have somebody on your list, the more of a relationship that you can create. Some are just on your list to be on your list, and they never open emails. Some are not. And then there's a lot that are really going to be digging what you're putting. I don't know if that came out right or not. Well, basically, all you need to do is create a relationship with your list, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust, right? So do the relationship first, okay? You want to offer, again, reputable, quality products. Something that's going to give them results. You don't want to do a special product promotion and have it be like $6,000 to get in the gate, and you haven't built the relationship with your list. They're going to be like, are you kidding me? Who's this joker think he is? You know what I'm saying? So you want to offer reputable quality products. Sorry about that. And that will help, because if they buy one quality product, they get the results that they want, and they made a ton of money from it. What are they going to do? Oh, that was great. I learned how to recruit easily. That was no problem. But you know what? I really want to get into webinars. Do you have another program about webinars that I can take a look at? Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Steve Jeffy has a fabulous webinar training. Would you like to take a look at that? And you send in the link to the sales page. But make sure it's reputable and quality. You want to match your list needs, provide answers for them, and make it so they can generate results. If they can't generate results from something that you sell to them, they're going to be mad. They're going to come back. They're going to want their money. If there's a money-back guarantee, that's one thing that I like to see on products, is that there's a money-back guarantee within a certain time frame. Because if I use a product and I really think it's just a really bad product, then yeah, I might turn it back around and be like, no. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does happen. Now, this is a key thing here. When you offer products, it does not need to be a product that you have generated. You can offer affiliate products. Again, make it reputable, make it quality, but you can actually offer an affiliate product. Is it an affiliate product that you've gone through yourself and you thought it was valuable? Great, share it with your list. Is it an affiliate product that you have used and you really feel like, that maybe you can dissuade somebody from a sale as well? If you tell your honest opinion about certain things. And if you're going to dissuade somebody, I would probably not write about that, because then it kind of looks bad. But the affiliate products that you have, like for example, MLSP, I'm an affiliate with MLSP. Okay, so at some point or another, I'll send out an email that talks about MLSP and why I really, truly feel that for anybody who is growing in the online marketing industry needs to be a member of MLSP, just because of the growth that's available and the knowledge and the education. I have personally experienced it. So I would send out an email that explains my personal experience with this product, and here's my affiliate link. You're interested? Click on the link. Boom, I make money. So you want to make sure that you have that reputable quality product, not just some random schmandom thing, okay? Part of making sales from those on your list is through customer development. Now, that's not, making them, that's not trying to train them to do something. That's you figure out how to sell more to your current customer base. Your customer development, if you have a certain niche that you've got, and then you've got people who are coming in and they need, they need the CRM and they're interested in MLSP, and you say, okay, that's great. You got MLSP. Oh, what about your email? Do you have an email client? Well, no. Well, here is Aweber. Give them your Aweber link, or Benchmark, Constant Contact, iContact, whatever, whichever one you use. Okay, that's cool. What about your website? Do you have a domain name? Well, no, I don't have a domain name picked out yet. Okay, well, here you go. Here is a GoDaddy link. Here is Namecheap. Here is HostGator. Here, these are 3 different ones that you can choose from. But see, here's the thing. Everything that you recommend that way needs to be an affiliate. Not everything that you recommend that way. So, like, for example, I'll give you an idea here of what I'm talking about. Say there's somebody that's brand new that is wanting to set things up online the right way, okay? You talk to them about the domain name. So they say, okay, I got the domain name. Then you do the hosting. You say, okay, your website is now set up to where you can actually start doing stuff. You got the domain name and you got the hosting, right? And then for your list, you're also going to have an autoresponder. Okay, great. Give them the link for your autoresponder stuff. So it just builds. You find more ways to generate an income from the same people. And that's why, for example, Diane Hockman, she's an L7 leader in MLSP. She's incredibly successful, her and her husband, Larry. And she only has a list of 4,500 people. 4,500 people. She's the top paid salesperson in MLSP, makes buku's amount of money because she knows about customer development. She knows how to sell more to the people that are on her list. Like I said before, it's not a matter of how large or how small your list is, it's how you treat them. So you start making them loyal, you give them the value, you're treating them very well. They're going to turn around, and when you start recommending certain products and things, they're going to start saying, okay, well, hey, yeah, this probably is a good idea. They trust your opinion. And it's easier to make a sale to someone who trusts your opinion than try to force it down someone's throat who really doesn't know you from Adam. You know? So you basically get your increase per customer value. Now, when I was in when I was in retail, I worked at this office supply store. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I worked at this office supply store. One of the things that we always kept track of was the average ticket amount. So if someone, for example, if someone came into the store and they wanted to buy a new printer for their computer, right? Not only would they be, by the time they walked out of my store, okay, not only would they be getting a printer, but they would be getting the ink cartridges, like an extra set of ink cartridges. They would be getting a ream or a box of paper. They would be getting a USB cable if they needed a new one, or if they had one at home. There was also a protection plan that would be sold with it. You know, that's 4 different things. Just the printer itself, let's say it's $200. By the time you add all of this stuff to it, you got a $300 sale instead of a $200 sale. Do you get where I'm going here? You don't just give them the big picture. You give them all the little bitty pieces that go along with it. So think about it that way. Now, just like customer service, you have to provide list service for your subscribers. You have to treat them like they're your customers because eventually they will be. As long as you keep giving the value and treating them the best way that you know how, then you are actually going to be giving them service. But just like customer service can affect your sales, so can list service. List service can affect your sales too. So just be cautious. So you can make sales easily, and you can make a lot of them easily, especially if they're on your list. So here's some verbal terminology to help you out. I just bought this blank, and it helped me blank. And I really think you could benefit too. So when you send them an email and you say, I just bought this program from Ray Higdon called the Recruiting Mastery, and it helped me bring in 40 leads in 10 days, and I really think you could benefit too. Here's the link. How simple is that? Are you serious? Yeah, super simple. But when people see that you have taken the action yourself, and you turn around and you say, hey, I did that, and this is what it helped me do, and you share your results, and you tell people, hey, I really think you could use this too, they're more willing to buy, especially after you've developed the relationship with them, you've given them that customer service, you have actually been there and talked to them, you've created that loyalty. They're going to buy from you. They're going to buy from you. So that is all I have for this week, guys. I don't even have, I don't think I even put online marketing, like no live online stuff this week, because it's hard to kind of take the list building stuff and put it online for the technical. However, for next week, guys, list building secrets is so much fun. And building your list is going to be one of the biggest things that you can do for your business. We're talking longevity and sales wise, both. So I hope you really take the points that I've made about list building, take them to heart. Treat your list like gold, because that's what it's worth. It's gold. The money is in the list, y'all. I use a Southern term, y'all. Yeah, you can tell I'm from Tennessee. The money is in the list. So treat your list with love and kindness, kind of like you would your mother. Well, that is if you like your mother. For those who don't like your mother, that can be a bad thing. So, okay. Anyway, all right, guys, for next week, we're going to be talking about what to say. No, what are you talking about? What to say? Well, now that you started creating these leads, you made your irresistible offer, right? We talked about the irresistible offer. You made your irresistible offer. You got all these people. You started to get this list. You started growing your list with this irresistible offer, and you got this list, and you're so excited, and you're talking about sending emails, and you want to do phone calls and all this stuff, but you just don't know what to say to these people. You don't know how to go about talking to them, feeling confident about what you're saying, because you don't know what to say. Am I saying the wrong thing? Am I saying the right thing? Am I, sabotaging myself? I don't know what to say. So next week, we're going to be covering how to speak with those who are interested in what you have to offer. If they are already showing an interest, the conversation goes in a certain way. And it's actually very simple. It's very easy. If they're not interested in what you have to offer, that's an easy conversation too. But there's certain things that you want to say to those who are interested already, and we'll cover that. Specific questions to ask your prospects to discover how you can help them. That's kind of the ones that are a little more hesitant, not quite coming through, but you can ask them certain questions about their business, about their life, about their hobby, whatever niche you're in. You can ask them questions and find out how you can help them. And that's the name of the game, is how can I help you? How can I help you? And we'll be going over some of those specific questions. Ways to influence your prospects without feeling like a used car salesman. What? That's right. Ways to influence your prospects without feeling like a used car salesman. So I know you're probably at home or what have you, or if you're listening and doing something else, if you are having a hard time influencing your prospects, or if you feel like you're a used car salesman, raise your hand privately. I got my hand in the air. I hate feeling like a used car salesman. It's the worst. It is the worst. And I had a hard time when I got started in the very, very beginning of my journey in April of 2014. For the first couple of months, it was like I was writing these things, and I have the ability to write. God has blessed me with the ability to write and to communicate effectively, and thank the Lord for that. But anyway, for like the first couple of months, I was trying to constantly sell the product or constantly sell the opportunity. So I felt like a used car salesman. I kept trying to reword things so they would sound a little bit better, and kept trying to be sneaky and sly, and just I really didn't enjoy it. I really didn't. And I knew that that's not the path that I should have gone. But you can influence your prospects' thoughts and feelings and decisions without trying to come up with some sleazy, salesy process. So you don't have to feel like that. But you can talk to your prospects in a way that makes them respond without having to feel that way. So we're going to be covering some of that, and then much more. Okay, so we're going to be taking it more to a a specific level of, okay, now you've done the irresistible offer, you got their information on the list. Now what do you say to these people? I don't know what to say. I don't know how to do this. Well, come join me next week, Thursday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, and I will share with you what to say in various situations to your prospects. Okay? So, guys, I believe, yeah, that one says, let's go to the internet for more training. However, we are not going to be doing that. Let's see. All right, guys. That was it for the actual physical training. It looks like okay. So guys, it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening going through how to get people on your list building secrets. And some of these secrets are known, some of these secrets are not known. And I challenge you to go out, if you're done working for tonight, like this was the last thing that you wanted to do, that's great. If you're done working tonight and you're tired and you've had a long day and you just want to go to bed and you don't want to even think about any of these secrets, that's fine. But I encourage you to try some of these list building secrets tomorrow. And when you do and you get results, let me know. Send me an email, dana@danacarpio.com. Seriously, send me an email and say, hey, Dana, I tried one of those secrets that you gave me and it worked awesome. Or it didn't work at all. What are you talking about, you crazy woman? But I'm looking for your feedback. I want you to give me some feedback about how it helped you, if it helped you. So go out, try it, send me an email, send me a message, hit me up on Facebook, however you want to do it. But let me know how implementing some of these things have helped you, or even if they've hurt you. Give me some feedback, guys, this week. So next week is going to be an awesome week. We're going to be going over what to say to your prospects. And guys, I'm really excited about that one because I know a lot of people, that's half the bottle. Half the bottle? Half the battle. It's half the battle about knowing what to say to your prospects because they're scared. That people have phone phobia, they have video phobia, things of that sort. And if you know what to say, it makes it so much easier to be able to say the right thing and not have to use a script that sounds canned and all that mess. So next week is going to be super duper exciting. And guys, I have some things in the pipeline that are going to be coming down. I got a new ebook I'm working on, and that actually should be out within the next week. So I'm super excited about that. I have like 6 or 7 different projects going on at the same time. One of them I am so stoked over that it's going to be super exciting because you guys are going to benefit from it too. So it'll be awesome. So thank you so much for your time tonight. I greatly appreciate it. I know time is a factor, and I am deeply grateful that you have chosen to spend your quality time with me this evening. I hope you have an absolute wonderful week. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime during the week to ask me questions, bounce an idea off of me, however you feel like you need to get in touch with me, works with me. And I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.